she also married Aun bin Ja'far, and finally she married Abdullah bin Ja'far. Ja'far, as you know, Ja'far was Imam Ali's brother, and he, of course, married his daughter first to Umar. The commander of faithful married his daughter first to Umar, and then when Umar died or was killed, Kulthum married Aun bin Ja'far, and then Muhammad bin Ja'far, and finally she married Abdullah bin Ja'far. As you know, Abdullah was already married to Zainab bin Ja'far. Now the question arises, did Abdullah bin Ja'far marry Kulthum and Zainab, her sister, both at the same time? Or first he married Kulthum and then he married Zainab? Because we know that Zainab was indeed married to Abdullah bin Ja'far, and the story is very well known. Now there is ambiguity, there is vague report about the marriages that took place, and we don't confirm that actually all these marriages took place. The Shia scholars' viewpoint is quite different. Whatever Sunni scholars have said have been replied and answered by great Shia scholars and their books. It has to be proved in the first place, and it has been proved also by Shia scholars, whether or not Imam Ali والسلام, and Fatima, peace be upon her, had a daughter actually by the name Kulthum, or they did not have. And if let's assume that that Imam Ali had a daughter, was the daughter Kulthum from his marriage to Fatima al-Zahra, or she was from another wife? This is also a matter of differences among scholars. Different Shia scholars have different opinions in this regard. Some indeed say that Kulthum was not from Fatima al-Zahra salamullah alayha. And that Kulthum was the daughter of Imam Ali, but she was from another wife or from another woman. This has to be clarified. Another thing that has to be, of course, understood properly in order for us to be able to pass judgment or to understand the truth of the matter is that it could be termed, if the marriage took place between Kulthum and Umar, it could be termed as marriage by simply pronouncing the formula. Is it possible to just recite the formula and then say that, okay, the marriage took place? Is the recitation of the formula of marriage equal to marriage? or it has to be, there has to be some conjugal relations, there has to be matrimonial relations. And if you assume that this marriage took place, was it with the consent of Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam and his daughter Kulthum or not? Was it with the approbation, with the approval, with the permission of Kulthum and her father, or it was against Kulthum's consent and against her satisfaction? All these answers have been given and have been provided by Shia scholars in their books. Of course, I'm going to give a brief account of what has happened in the history and also what has been claimed and stated by Sunni scholars, and also the answers provided by Shia scholars in their books. I'm not going to quote any ordinary scholars. I'm going to quote important Shia scholars, those who lived in the early period of Islam, those who lived and those who wrote books in the 2nd and 3rd Hijra century. And also Sunni scholars are there, Sunni narrators are there, like, of course, we have important books like Tabaqat al-Kubra by Ibn Sa'd. That is an important book. And of course he has narrated, he has provided as many as 8 narrations about Kulthum's marriage. Inshallah, in the next session to come, I will elaborate on those narrations. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.